Before becoming a salesman, a person has to go through a number of trainings and courses, for this profession may only seem easy, but those involved in sales for years will say how hard it is to satisfy an average individual of the 21st century. A good salesman should be a first-class psychologist, experienced researcher and an idea generator. This type of profession requires 24 hours a day activity, both physical and mental. Salesmen face a serious task: to make a product saleable. What makes a product saleable? The effort you put in to develop the strategy of advertising. There is a definite aim but a big number of possible approaches that can be used. There are 3 factors that can influence a person in a more or less effective way. These are imagination, language, and perception systems. The processing of information received is done with the help of bridges of associations created according to the previous experience. When a person thinks about orange juice, he or she imagines himself drinking it with delight and pleasure. You have to work out a way to create this association in his mind to make him buy your product, orange juice, for instance. There are 5 senses a human has: touch, sound, smell, sight, taste. If you can come up with an advertising slogan that can activate all of the perception systems mentioned above, your campaign will be more likely to succeed. If you work on a direct client, gather information and find out his likes and dislikes. Every person has a dominating perception channel that transmits the biggest amount of information into the brain. If you will be lucky enough to figure out what it is, use it and concentrate on its activation. You'll agree that it will be useless to sell a painting to a blind man that cannot understand the benefits of it. Here is one more point you should concentrate at. Without benefits, your product is worth half the price you offer. Client buys not products but benefits he gets from owning this product. If you manage to find out what is the desire of a client and how can such a product satisfy his need, you will most likely sell the product successfully. I have already mentioned slogans. Slogans are verbal methods of imagination activation. Verbal means that develop into complex constructions are powerful sales tools that activate the senses. Try to learn the behavior and habits of people, determine the mimics and gestures that are typical for them in different emotional states. Observe how a person behaves when he is delighted and when he is dissatisfied with something. Remember what you saw and it will be a hint for you for the next time this client knocks on your door. Sales are an ever-developing industry that requires constant modernization of the ways to advertise. But they should be chosen wisely and developed carefully. Advertisement areas should occupy a territory fit for competition. Agree, would there be a necessity to advertise anything if there is no competition?